like whatever.
I saw that leak video for FF7 Remake 2. Complete bullshit. Complete fan fiction bullshit, dude.
I didn't even hear about this.
It was there's some person got like an anonymous tip and made a video on it. Some dude got an anonymous tip, made a video on it about FF7 Remake Part 2. Pretty much dissected completely which characters were going to be in it, what the story is going to be, what the combat's going to be, their expectation of the game, and that they weren't happy with how FF7 Remake sold. When FF7 Remake sold the best of any PlayStation exclusive game in the first month.
Was someone insinuated they were upset with how FF7 sold? Remember the audio goddamn mind.
Yeah, like it was that shit was the most like, this is complete bullshit, dude. There's no way. This is some. No, it's complete bullshit.
Sure, everyone wishes they could sell.
He was saying that it's like they're ending it at part 2 and stuff like that. I'm like, this is complete fucking bullshit.
Bullshit,
dude. You guys have no idea how the Square guys have gone on for years that Final Fantasy VII and its like awareness, just like merchandising and everything around FF7 is such a goddamn money horse that they're going to be doing FF7 things forever. Right?
Yeah.
They're going to keep doing FF7 things because it makes so much fucking money.
Might I remind everybody, there were three goddamn Lightning games.
Yeah.
3 13 games. They will absolutely, no matter what, they will go through all of 7 one way or another.
Yeah, and they're going to run it into the ground, sure, but are they going to stop development of the game? Right, and here's the thing that got me, is that in the video they said there was a chance that FF7 Remake might not have hit the sales expectations they wanted, so that they made Sephiroth the last boss and had the story actually wrap up and be complete, right? That it could be its own complete game. I'm like, fucking bullshit! This story is complete horseshit because the first game ends on the journey continues. I'm like, this is some fan fiction shit, like straight up.
Months ago, they actually specified too, where Nomura himself was like, I don't know that we should put Sephiroth as the final boss. Like, he was actually not really sure if it was a good idea to do it.
Yeah.
It was one of the other people.
It was the lead scenario writer.
Yeah, it was Katase or Nojima or someone was like, yeah, let's have a Sephiroth fight. Because even back when they were making the game, and they said this in the Ultimisia or whatever, they're like, yeah, we weren't really sure if we wanted to make a Sephiroth boss fight in this game because we know it's not anywhere close to the final of the story. But they thought, let's just do it anyways. People will want to have a fun fight with Sephiroth. Like they clearly said that they're already like considering not doing it just because they're like, we have so much more story to tell. Is this the right time to do it? People are going to want it anyway. So
it's more like, oh, we have to put our last boss fight as like a Sephiroth or something. It's very much fan service.
Yeah, it is. But they know that they're making more. Like, and this thing, I guarantee Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, depending, like, especially if they come out swinging with like it's like a big giant open world or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
They come out with that, and I guarantee you that game will sell better than 16 will. Like, if you have a big next gen, like you're gonna see so much more of the fucking world now
especially considering that 16 is going to be potentially PlayStation exclusive for quite some time.
Yeah.
You know, that's everyone's like, but Final Fantasy VII only sold like 5 million as of August. I'm like, dude, it's only on one system. Like, every other Final Fantasy showed up on other systems and then PC almost immediately after.
Yeah, Final Fantasy has not been an exclusive franchise for
long-ass time.
Decades, almost at this point. Like,
and now suddenly it is, and...
Yeah, 16's actually gonna be like... Well, I think 16's actually gonna be a really good game, and I think it's actually gonna go a lot smoother just because it's the team doing it. It's just like, seems to have a very clear idea what they want to do.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a smooth production, which is weird for me to say, but I think it's gonna be a smooth production for 16. I think they're just gonna do what they want to do.
The other thing you gotta realize is that FF7 came out like mid of the pandemic when it was at its worst.
Yeah.
Or not technically when the pandemic was at its worst, because right now, like, we're still at its worst, but when it was at its most scary, and nobody was going out to stores to buy shit. So here's the thing, FF7 ended up selling most of its copies digitally. Yep. Chat, you have no idea how much more money Square Enix makes if you buy games digitally.
Yeah.
Like, the profit margins are probably so fucking big that it was insane.
They're making anywhere, considering its exclusivity.
It's making 10 to 15% more money per copy.
They probably got more back for it than, say, even Call of Duty or like Red Dead. Like, if you buy those games on PSN, Sony's probably taking a 30% cut on the digital sale. Mm-hmm. But because this was an exclusive, they probably had a deal in place where it's like, okay, we'll only take 15%, so you'll get like 85%.
Yeah. And crazy enough, like, all the physical copies of FF7 were sold out too. They actually didn't make that many physicals. Well, they still made a shit ton because it's obviously FF7.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was kind of believing it, right? Until it got to the end. I was like, this could be real, right? This could be real. And then some of the shit just fell apart. I was like, nope, this is complete bullshit. This is complete.
I mean, we'd know very soon, very quickly, if it was a sales disappointment. Like, if that thing didn't sell, like, millions immediately, you know, then we'd be like, oh, okay, what's going on here? But, like, it did, so...
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the charts, you look at the NPD for, like, the past 12 months, the past year from today, like, this year specifically, it's all in there. It's all in the top 10, and no Square game... Square games are almost never in that kind of bracket or running. Like, they almost never make that much. That's just North America, but like, it's almost always Activision, like Nintendo, EA, like that. That's who dominates, and Rockstar. Like, those are the only two people who dominate the yearly sales in Mortal Kombat when it comes out. So it's like, yeah, the fact that Square Enix is like this lone wolf Japanese publisher who's making one of the 10 best-selling games for the past 12 months. Yes, it was a huge success.
And then, you know, when the Steam version eventually shows up, fuck.
It's just extra money too at that point. Yeah. There's probably many. I guarantee you, there are probably millions of Steam users who are just waiting for that announcement.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Like, even with nothing to go on, no promises of nothing. I guarantee you, there are like. Even if they're not waiting for it, it shows up on Steam next April or May. A fuck ton of people on Steam are like, oh, fuck, it's on PC. Cool, download. Done. Yeah. I guarantee you that's going to fucking happen. Shit, they might even bundle it with one of these new fancy cards.
Well, I mean, it'll be even better if they have, like, the Steam version, and if it's, like, a definitive with a bunch of other shit, and then they just pack that into a next-gen version.
Yeah, ray tracing on it or whatever the hell.
Yeah, that'd make a lot of sense.
Did you get a 39?